Hi, ladies. It's your girl PJ, and I'm here to give you that much needed update on me and baby. I had my baby March 10th, 2012, at 7:20 p.m. And it kind of went like this. I went in for a routine doctor's appointment, and what ended up happening was they admitted me because I had minimal fluid around my baby. So it was like at a 5. Anything that's a 5 or below, they want to admit you and try to just induce the process. But at the same time, I had preeclampsia as well. So I was kind of like really high risk. And so I really didn't want, I wanted to try everything to get her here as safe as possible. So they tried to induce my labor by giving me, sticking cervix strips to soften up my cervix so I can loosen up and dilate to get her here vaginally, but my cervix wouldn't dilate. They started me on Pitocin, and they made my Pitocin very aggressive. My blood pressure was going really, really high during all this. They're monitoring my blood pressure, baby. It was just craziness. It was just something oh my God, it was just, that process was really rough. At the end, I ended up going in to have a C-section, and what ended up happening was I had the C-section, obviously, and she's sleeping as I'm talking to you, ladies. There she is. And I had the C-section. I had like a brain fart. So I had the C-section, and I was crying. It was the most beautifulest thing I've ever just been a part of in my whole entire life, even though I couldn't see anything. Like, her father was there holding my hand. He was crying. I was crying like waterworks. But I had like cried when they were like, she's here. And I had noticed that she cried, like she kind of cooed, like, like, and that was it. So I was like, oh my God, just overwhelmed with joy. And then what ended up happening was I noticed in that process, like, why my baby not crying? So the doctor's like working on me. I can't move because I'm like numb from the breast down, okay? So she wasn't crying or anything, so they had assumed that she had aspirated on some amniotic fluid, so they took her to the NICU. But they let me give her a kiss goodbye, and she was just so beautiful. She had like red lips, and everything. And we stayed in the hospital for about 4 days. She stayed in the NICU the whole time. And that was really hard for me because everybody was going to see my baby, like family members. Her father was taking people to go see her, and I couldn't see her. Like, I was, in recovery from C-section and everything like that. But the next day after my C-section, like, the doctor was like, you can't walk, yada, yada. I was like, forget that. I'm going to go see my baby. Like, nobody was keeping me from my baby. So I walked. Literally the next morning, I had a catheter in, everything, gown, the little mesh drawers they give you, and I went to go see my baby. So I walked, painful. They kept asking me, are you in pain? I kept saying no. I really was in horrible pain, but nothing was stopping me from meeting my baby, like nothing. So I got to the NICU, and we couldn't hold her. I couldn't hold her. But I was able to, they just scrub up, and I was able to, like, hold her hand and stuff like that. And then that was pretty much it. And then I started there was an incident, I started to bleed out, and it was just really bad. So I had to be wheelchaired back to my room. So that's just how I went to see her. Every time I went to see her in the NICU, I just traveled in a wheelchair. And I was pumping. The lactation nurse came in and talked to me. I didn't even tell you. She was 6 pounds, 2 ounces, and 18 inches. A little short baby, little small thing. And anyway, so the lactation nurse came in, showed me how to pump, and I learned how to do that. I caught on really quick. I wasn't pumping. I wasn't getting a lot of milk at first, but once you start drinking like water and stuff like that, like it starts coming like that. So ladies, drink your fluids, eat your meals, and get them babies breastfed. It's the best. And it's like the best bonding time. Like, it's so good. Like, I don't see me not breastfeeding my baby, like, unless I couldn't. But other than that, I feel like it's the best bonding. Like, the umbilical cord was linking us together. It's my own trilogy or thoughts. Like, the umbilical cord was putting us together, with me feeding her the nutrients that she needed and all the stuff she needed And her father got to separate us from that. And breastfeeding just brought us back together. Like, I feel like we're just together again. Like, I don't know. So, it was just really emotional. Like, I was crying. Like, the whole process, like I said in the video before this, a month ago, how emotional I was and everything like that. Like, she is just my life. I love her more than myself. I mean, I wanted her and I got her, and I'm just so ecstatic that she's here. She just made a month on the 10th of April, of course. And we started Gymboree, and she did pretty good. You know, infants, they still be sleeping. You know, like Gymboree, they have it from 0 age. So y'all won't be like, y'all took her to Gymboree? That's so stupid. She's my baby. But they have it, the class age, from 0 age all the way to 5. But she's just in a particular class from 0 age babies to 6 months. And it was a lot of 0 age babies on up to about 5 months. And it was like tummy time, singing, colors, music, and mommy baby time, and discussion. You know, and it's just get you out the house, because after a while you get kind of cabin feverish, you know, just stuck in the house all day. I mean, with the baby, and I'm on maternity leave, you know, so it's like, why not try to get out and, you know, walk around the mall with the baby and everything like that, just spending time with your child, with my child. That's what I do. And, you know, so with further ado, what is that? I say it right? With further ado, I would like to introduce you women to my daughter, Chrissy. And she's asleep right now on her boppy, because we just been kind of like chilling in the living room, because back in her room today, I don't know, they decided to cut down a tree or something, and they just sawing and gnawing and hauling, you know, all over the place. So it's like, I didn't get no sleep last night taking care of her, because she likes to sleep all day, and then, like, as soon as, like, 9 o'clock comes, just like, hi, how are you? And she doesn't cry. She's just up. She wants to be, you know, held and tend to, just, you know, love and cuddle and change a diaper here and there and nurse her. But she's not a cry baby, really. She's a good baby just when she's hungry. And that's just pretty much it. So I'm going to introduce you guys to my baby. She's sleeping. So, shh.